Namaskaram. Bhagavad Gita, we finished chapter 2, Sankhya Yogam, which is the divine knowledge. Then we moved on to Karma Yoga. In Karma Yoga, what we have seen is importance of performance of duty in the Sankasta Avastha, that means in a detached way, and both Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga mixed together, how to perform your karma at the level of a sannyasi. Then from sloka 9 to 16 in Karma Yoga, yesterday we have seen the importance of sacrifice, how the nature, every living being, and whatever happens in the nature itself can be visualized as a sacrifice. Now, from 17 to 24 in Karma Yoga, the yoga of action, Bhagavan says the world itself is in action, so as me too. If I don't do my job, I am giving a bad example. Therefore, Bhagavan is also into action. That is what we are going to see. When Krishna says this, there is no iota of exaggeration, because the life of Krishna is a real, practical showing what one has to do in his life as Karma Yoga. Therefore, he is one who has done the job, acharanam, practiced, and from the practiced experience he speaks. Such lectures are always beautiful. It is not blah blah blah, learning from somewhere and using it. It is experiencing. Sakshat anubhavair, which you experience. Na sruto na guru darshitaha. Whatever is heard from somewhere is not what is to be taught. When it comes from your manas, why some lectures are beautiful, attractive? That is because when you speak from your experience, that has got a very specific taste. That is what Bhagavan is adding. So when it comes from your heart with a taste, it has an emotional attachment. Therefore, today we will see how Bhagavan, not only with knowledge, sometimes the intellectual activity will not happen. The lecture has to be effective and effective, E effective and A effective. If you look at Dr. TPS lectures for professors, teachers in various academic staff colleges, I happen to be a director of an academic staff college. So from then onwards, after writing my book on adaptive learning, how one has to be effective and effective, E effective and A effective. I don't know, this all would have got some influence from my learnings on Bhagavad Gita. So here Bhagavan is going to show how learning has to be emotional. We keep saying, don't learn by heart. I keep saying, learn by heart. If your heart is not involved, if you are not learning by heart, then that learning will not have an emotional attachment. Your action has to be emotionally attached, but not binded emotionally. So when Bhagavan says don't get attached, it doesn't mean emotionally you should not be with that. If that is the case, Bhagavan will not give lecture to Arjuna. Now, Bhagavan will not give his own example saying that I am also doing it. That means what? He is aware that he is doing it. He wanted to popularize as an example. Therefore, nothing wrong. Every one of us are supposed to reach to maximum number of people effective. So, as an example, when we do, why are we saying, look at this, share the knowledge, share that this lecture is happening? That is because your emotional attachment to that is what is shown by sharing. If you are just watching, you are a selfish person. If you are sharing it with somebody else, oh, you are doing it as a yatna. Sharing is more important. Caring, sharing, love. These three things is my Trust Shiksha stands for. You have to have that ability to share, that mentality to share. That is what we have seen in the earlier, the performance of sacrifice. Sacrifice is yatna bhava. Yatna bhava means giving to somebody else. Who is that somebody else? Everyone around us. Who is that everyone around us? They are Brahma themselves. They are part of God. We don't know. There may be somebody who is looking for such a message, such a class. Therefore, that sharing is essential. That is why I am doing. When Bhagavan says that he is doing his lecturing, his activity, because he is also part of the sacrifice. When he says, we should also understand every action which is done for the sake of public, not for selfish, eating food, you are cooking yourself, that cannot be what is seen as sacrifice. If you are doing it for a public, the cause is always public, your vision is for others, then that becomes a sacrifice. Bhagavan says, I am also part of that sacrifice. So that bunch of slokas, these classification of slokas, if you understand, that means you know little bit of Bhagavad Gita here and there. That's why though I can probably cover 10 slokas, I am stopping at 8, saying that this is one class, one bunch, one function, one message, right? So from here, 18 to 24 is what we intended to finish today. So let us read that once again. नैव तस्य कृतेनार्थो नैव तस्य कृतेनार्थो नाकृते नेह कश्चन न चस्य सर्वभूतेषु कश्चिदर्थः व्यपाश्रयः तस्मादसक्तसततं कार्यं कर्म समाचर असक्तो ह्याचरन् कर्म परमाप्नोति पुरुषः कर्मण्यैव हि संसिद्धिम् अस्तिता जनकादयः लोकसङ्ग्रहमेवापि सम्पश्यन् कर्तुमर्हसि यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठः तत्तदेवेतरो जना स यत् प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यं त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन नानावाप्तमवाप्तव्यं वर्त एव च कर्मणि यदि ह्यहं न वर्तेयं जादु कर्मण्य तंत्रितः मम वर्त्मानु वर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः उल्सीदेयुरिमे लोका उल्सीदेयुरिमे लोका न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहम् संकरस्य च कर्ता स्याम् उपह्यन्यामिमा प्रजाः. This bunch of slokas is where one of the most quoted slokas of Bhagavad Gita. Probably many will keep saying Acharya is one who performs and be a sample for others to follow. Yadyada charati sreshta tattadevetalochana sayat pramanam gurute lokastatanu. So Bhagavan is saying, why am I doing? If I don't do, nobody is going to question me. But if I don't do, people will take that as an example and follow. This is more relevant today because most of the leaders, most of the rulers, most of the people who are in power and position, they don't follow. They give wrong examples. For them, this sloka is very, very essential. Bhagavan himself says, I am supposed to follow. We had a prime minister once. For parking the car in a wrong place, when police filed a court, knowing that it is the prime minister's car, the police said sorry. Then that prime minister asked the police, no, write challan. It is my mistake. I was not supposed to park here. So we had such people also. So I'm sure this message will come when somebody does as an example. So Bhagavan, whatever Bhagavan says is something for each one of us to draw. Let us take sloka number 17. Yastya yastvatmarati reva syat yastvatma rati reva syat atma truptascha manavaha atma truptascha manavaha atmanyevacha sandushta tasya karyam na vidyate yat yastvatma rati reva syat. Who, that or but, who, without whom, without that person, atma rati reva syat. Atmarati, the self rejoice, the self enjoyment, what is pleasure only for me, syat, certainly if that is what is that somebody is doing or somebody doesn't do that, how do you distinguish, how do you understand? Atma truptascha manavaha. One who does it is atma truptascha, for selfish, self only for me, manavaha, such a human being, atmanyevacha santushtaha, in the self, certainly for him, that is satisfied. Santushtaha. Atmanyevacha santushtaha. For them, it is satisfactory. Tasya karyam na vidyate. Such activities does not exist in this world. That means, as far as Bhagavan is concerned, such activities are not recorded as a karma. So what is duty? How do you look at it practically? Those people who are only doing for their selfish activity, they are fully satisfied by themselves with the action which they do. For them, there is no duty. That means what? Those people they are doing is not considered as a karma. That is not recorded as far as I am concerned as a duty. Na vidyate. Tasya karyam na vidyate. Those are not considered as duty. They do not exist themselves doing in the duty. Because yesterday we said we are part of the cycle. If you are out of the cycle, you do not exist in the ecological or in the sacrifice job, what Brahma created for you, along with you, with the action is also created. So, if you are not doing your action, as far as Brahma is concerned, you are not a creator at all. You are not a creature at all. Manushya Rupena Mrigascharanti. As a human, looks like a human, a two-legged animal is going. That's all. Manushya Rupena Mrigascharanti. Your duty doesn't exist means you doesn't exist, because Brahma created you with duty only. With that sacrifice mentality only, human beings are created for being human. Social beings are created for being social. So if you do not exist as a human being or as a social being and as a social being, then you do not exist. Your karma doesn't exist. Yastvatma Redi Syat Atma Triptascha Manavaha Atmanyevacha Sandushta Tasya Karyam Na Vidyade. I'm sure now when chanting second time, not like the first time, the meaning also has to be understood internally. You have to get involved. Then the slokas becomes more interesting. Yastyatma Redireva Syat Yastyatma Redireva Syat Atma Triptascha Manavaha Atmanyevacha Sandushta Tasya Karyam Na Vidyade. Beautiful. Now, sloka number 18. What does it say? Naiva Tasya Kritenartho Na Krite Neha Kanchana Nachasya Sarvabhuteshu Kaschidartha Vyapasraya Kaschidartha Vyapasraya to depend upon. Naiva Tasya Krite Nartho. No, not Eva, not for that, not indeed for that, not definitely for that. Naiva Tasya Krite, Tasya, his, Krite, his activity. Kritam, Krito, Smaram, Smarami. That activity he is supposed to do, think about that. Na artho, it doesn't gain anything. Such self-realized people, those people do not have anything to gain or anything to lose, because they are not like a normal human being. So they don't have to do anything because they already renounced their job, sannyasis. So they don't have to do their duties, nor they depend on somebody else on their living. They don't have a desire to gain something. There is no self-interest also. Naiva tasya krite nartho na krite neha kanchana. Without their kritam, na krite, doing their job here in this place, kanchana, whatsoever, wherever they are, whenever they want, they don't have to do anything. Na chasya sarva bhuteshu, never they wanted to, asya, of that sort of a person, sarva bhuteshu, among all the living being, they are not going to gain anything for them. They don't have any interest. They left everything. Kaschid artha, kaschit, any such people, artha, they don't have any requirement. They don't have kamam on any of the arthas. Vyapasrayaha. So they are not vyapa. Asrayaha. Vyapasrayam. They don't depend on any people for their own survival or sustenance. Such people are also there. They don't have to do their duty. They don't want to do anything. Who is that? Such an example? God himself, Sannyasin himself, the Atmiya Purusha themselves, the Creator himself. There are a lot of such people who are not part of any of these chakra also. Naivatasya kritenartho na kriteneha kanjana nachasya sarvabhuteshu kaschidartha vyapasrayaha. They are not part of any of this because they don't depend on. They don't depend on the Prapancham itself. They are selves inside them, living. There are a lot of such sannyasins. They just live inside a cave, no community life, no society for them. They are already merged into the Bhagavan. They are all people who realized God, equivalent to God. They have nothing to take from society. They have nothing to give to society also. Rarely, sannyasins will come to the society to become part of the societies. Traditionally, we had lot of rajas, and Raja goes and invites some of the rishis to become part of their kingdom, to become part of ruling as advisors. Actually, they have no selfish interest at all. If they were not invited, they will never involve in that society activity. So it is the rulers, the Kshatriyas' responsibility to get somebody who doesn't have that attachment to the, without any selfish interest, they must become advisors. But today we will see people who are advisors with the payment. That is not actually the tradition which Bharatiya had. Bharat was a desham where the rishis were advisors and they have no selfish interest, so their advisors will be always in the right direction. So there are such people. Bhagavan is saying, it is not that everyone is part of it. There are such people also. Right? Then sloka number 19. Tasmat asakta satatam karyam karma samachara asakto hyacharan karma paramapnodi purushaha. Tasmat asakta satatam karyam karma samachara asakto hyacharan karma paramapnodi purushaha. Asmat, I told you, whenever Bhagavan says asmat, therefore, that means be careful. There is a catch. Whatever I told earlier, that is not actually what you are supposed to learn. The next dose will come. Right? The dose is going to come. Asmat asakta satatam, without attachment. Therefore, satatam, constantly. There are karyam karma samachara, the duty karyam, karma action, sadachara, performance keeps happening. Asakto, without any bondage. Don't use the word attachment as far as possible. But whenever it is used, unless it is specified, that means bondage. Asakto, without attachment, without bondage. Hyacharan, certainly. He, acharan, certainly you have to perform karma, work. That means don't take this Swamiji's example, Rishi's example, Sannyasin's example, Aghora's example, and then tell that there are such people, so why should I do? Don't tell that. Therefore, that is what he says. Therefore, Don't take that. The next dose is coming. That's what Bhagavan says. Param, the supreme, apnodi, attains, purushaha. There are such people. They have already reached the supreme without any attachment. They are in the highest performance state of the highest level where they reached already to the God. Therefore, you must always think that you do not belong to that category. They are different set of people. Without attachment also they can live. They will not take anything. They are not performing because unlike you are not fighting because this is my relative, this is my guru and this. Therefore, I don't want to fight. That means you already have bondage and attachment. Then your bondage and attachment should not be with these people for the society, for the better rule in this country. Therefore, those people who are standing against you are not the best fellows, and you don't have to show attachment to those people who is already staying with them. So your attachment is not lost. You are not fighting because you don't have attachment. Those people were at the Purusha level, the supreme person level. They attained already Paramapnodi Purusha. They are at the highest level. Such people can abstain from duty. They don't have to fight. But you cannot take that as an example and then start doing because you are not reached to that level. Tasmat asakta satatam karyam karma samachara asakto hyajaran karma paramapnodi purushaha. Verse number 3, 3rd chapter, 19th sloka. That's over. Now, having said there are such people, don't take them as example. Everybody has to do part of it. Otherwise it is Mahapapa. Everyone cannot move himself away from this cycle because you are to be part of it. But there are some people, they are at the highest level. See, the beauty of Bhagavan Krishna, though he is much higher than those people just now mentioned, Asmat, these people need not to do. Bhagavan is not saying I am higher than that. No, Bhagavan says I am lower than them because I have taken a Purusha Janma, the Janma of a human being. Bhagavan being Bhagavan himself with one Sudarshana Chakram, he could have smashed all the Kauravas. He became the chariot driver for Arjuna. When there was a sumptuous food, dinner, which Duryodhana was offering, immediately he went to Vidura's house and then took his little gruel and chamandi, kanyi and chamandi. He was satisfied. He wanted always to stay at the lowest. Though he could have had sumptuous food by just a thought, he is one who has to think about something, it comes to him. But he did not take it. Still, he was searching for that leaf which was left in the vessel. You know the story. He could give the Akshaya Patram. Then why he cannot have lunch? Why he has to hunt for that one little leaf? Because anything what is given by Bhakta is always something great for Bhagavan. Understand, the Bhagavan is not somebody else. It is each one of us. Though you can have a 5-star dinner in some city, when you go to that city, if you have somebody who is a relative, you must go there and then eat the food what they give. This is the message Bhagavan is giving. So there is always an emotional attachment, which the story when Bhagavan says about some great personality, he is not posing him as that level. He will always see, when he takes such example, understand, next he is going to place him below them. That is relating him to Arjuna, saying that you don't think like that. But Krishna is not telling I am like that. No. They are great people, yeah. Let them not do, but let us do it. Let us do it. So that means the sakhav, you are my associate, you are my comrade. That feeling is given. Right? And but don't think everybody who reached that level also will abstain from duty. There are examples. Great people, greatest fellows also have done great jobs. We must don't take those as example. Take these as example, where people have done their job for a very specific purpose. That is to be considered as example, right? So the next sloka, 20th. Karmanyaiva hi samsiddhim astita janakadaya loka sangrahamevapi sampashyan kartumarhasi. Karmanyaiva hi samsiddhim astita janakadaya loka sangrahamevapi sampashyan kartumarhasi. Here, having said that great fellows don't do, Krishna is bringing one another greatest fellow than the great fellow as an example, and then tell he does his job. Though he is greater, who is that? Janakadaya. Astita Janakadaya. Janaka Maharshi. Who is Janaka? Is it Maharshi? Yeah, great Rishi. What is his Rishi Padavi? Because he is the father-in-law of Rama. He is the king Janaka. But more than a king, he is an Acharya. Why he is an Acharya? Janaka king is not normal king. Whatever he did is taken as example by generations after him. Though he happens to be the father-in-law, Janaka is Sita's father. Janakatanaya astana punyodakeshu. Janaka's daughter is Sita. Sita is Rama's wife. That means father-in-law of a god. See, father-in-law of a god, he does his job, yeah. And who is that Rama? Rama is my earlier Janma. If my earlier Janma, his father-in-law is doing his duty and people quote that an example, why not I am also doing my job. That's what Krishna says. The king Janaka is an example of the wisest king who does everything what a king is supposed to do, even being the father-in-law of God. Karmanyaiva hi samsiddhim. With the performance of duties, only because of that. He means only because of that. Samsiddhim. Who attained the perfection, Siddhi. People are there as an example just because they did their job 100%. Why 100%? 200% they did. With that Siddhi, Karmanyaiva hi, that he is important. Only because of that, there are people who became greatest. Who is that? Astita, that person attained that. Who is that? Janakadaya, the king Janaka. He attained such a performance. Therefore, we should take him as an Acharya and we have to follow him. Loka sangrahamevapi. For the whole welfare of people around him. He did only for that. Sangrahamevapi. Only for that purpose. Sampashyan kartumarhasi. Considering all that what is required, he did. Sampashyan, considering. Kartumarhasi. He kept on doing his job. Without selfishness, he ruled his country. Example of the best king, Janaka. If Janaka has done such a thing, what is to be done? We should also do it. So what is that sloka? 20th. Karmanyaiva hi samsiddhim astita janakadaya loka sangrahamevapi Sampashyan kartumarhasi. Example of Janaka is what is drawn here. Now what he says? Yadyata charati sreshta tattadeve tarochana sayat pramanam gurute lokastadanu vartate. Therefore, if you have such example, what is to be done by you? You should follow. Why? Yadyada ajarati sreshta. Yat, whatever those people are doing. Ajarati, who does. Who? Sreshta, those great fellows. Those people, great people are doing. The best of the best people are doing. Tat deve tarojana. That alone certainly becomes for all the common people as an example. Those things have to be considered as example. Right? Then sayat pramanam gurude. Only that will become pramanam. Pramanam is what? Standard, which is accepted by everyone, which become authoritative example. That becomes a registered document sort of a thing, a contractual agreement. That is pramanam. Sayat pramanam kurude. Kurude, which is to be followed, which is to be performed by everyone. Sayat pramanam kurude. Lokastadanu vartate. Then people will start following it. Therefore, that is what is to be taken as example. What is to be taken as example? Good. Okay. Now, what is the context in which he is bringing all these examples? Assume, Arjuna, you run away from this war field without fighting. What will happen? Everybody will quote you. Now we are quoting Janaka as a best example, best king who is ruling. He has done performance 100% best. And I am able to tell my previous Janma, that father-in-law did everything best. Therefore, take as an example. Now, if Arjuna, indirectly, what is Bhagavan saying? Arjuna, if you don't do your job and run away from the war field, what people will quote? Whenever they want to abscond from their job, they will tell Arjuna has done, then why should not I? Now assume Arjuna fights, then what will happen? People will start following your example. What is that you want? You want to set as a good Acharya or a bad Acharya? Do you want your role as a role model for the good people? Arjuna, don't stop, fight. Because if Janaka has done and you have not reached those level of people, but then, even then, therefore, look at that case of some people, though they have done at that level, they reached that level, they are much higher than that level, they also did their job. So, Bhagavan is saying, I am going to take those people as an example, Janaka as an example, not those people who don't do karma. There are some people who reach the highest level, they don't do their job. Yadyada jarati sreshta tatta devi tarojana sayat pramanam gurude lokastadanu vartate. So these two slokas together is a bunch generally. Karmanyeva hi samsiddhim astida janagadaya lokasangrahamevapi sampashyan kartumarhasi. Yadyada jarati sreshta tattadevi tarojana sayat pramanam kurude lokastadanu vartate. So having done this, now it's time for us to look at sloka number 22. Right? Name parthasti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinjana nanavaptamavaptavyam varta eva cha karmani. Name parthasti kartavyam. Name, no, not me. Partha, my dear friend. Whenever Partha is called, intimacy. Name parthasti. E Partha, duty, kartavyam, Trishu lokeshu kinchana. In all the three lokas. Trishu, in the three. Lokeshu, in the three world. Kinchana, anyone. Nana vaptam avaptavyam. Nothing can be attained by, or nothing is there to attain. For whom? Me. Nana vaptama avaptavyam. Avaptavyam. Anything to be gained by me? Anavaptam. Is there anything which I cannot attain? Without doing a job also I can attain many things. Is there anything which I don't want to attain? No. Is there anything which I don't want to intend to attain? Is there anything what intend to attain? Am I doing because I have an attachment? I want this, I want this, I want this? No. Hey Arjuna, I don't want anything. Where? Not in this world. Trishu lokeshu kinjana. The whole three world I don't want. You know which are all the three worlds. Or any of these world I don't want anything. Varta, the three world is future, present and past. What is there I don't want? Oh, I did this, therefore I want to get something out of it as a return back. No, there is nothing is my interest in doing any of this. I have no interest in any of this. Name parthasti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana. Nanavaptam avaptavyam. Nanavaptam avaptavyam. Varta evaja karmani. Okay, tell me. I am engaged in different activities. Now I am your driver. What for? Expecting what? And that too Maharathas, Maharathis are there in front of me. Karna is there. Drona is there. All those people are there in front of me. And any one of them can send an arrow and then kill this Krishna also. Being in such a situation in the war field, I am standing, saying that I am not going to take any weapon and I am there as your driver. Eva varta evaja karmani is that it is, I have a prescribed duty and I am doing it, that's it. I am engaged because I am also having my own duty and I am supposed to do. I have no escape. Name parthasti kartavyam. See, this sloka is very, very important. Chapter number 3, sloka number 22. Bhagavan himself says, I have no excuse. I am doing my job. Bhagavan is doing his job. Then why not? The why not is not to be asked, right? So this is directly pushing Arjuna. See, why not? You are absconding from your job. How can you say that I cannot do it? I am doing it, yeah, Arjuna. My friend, Partha. Name parthasti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinjana. Nanavaptamavaptavyam. Nanamaptamavaptavyam. Varta eva chakarmani. I am doing it, Arjuna. Therefore, what is that? I am engaging myself with all the prescribed duties. Because everyone is supposed to do it unless and until you reach that level where sangastham. In that avastha where you don't want, you are in the full sannyasi level where you are relinquishing everything in this world. In such a case, you can, but Arjuna, you did not reach that level because you are identifying everyone who is standing in front of you as enemies first. For one who reached that level, there are no enemies. Second, among the enemies, I am ready to fight and then I am here with my duty and I am saying these are my relatives and I cannot fight them because I have got a lot of relationship with them. They are my grandfather, they took care of me. And if you have such a soft heart, such a relationship with them, that means you have not got into the detachment avastha. Krishna is actually roping Arjuna from all the directions so that he is immovable. He cannot give any excuse. All that excuse what he said first chapter with the 2 questions in second chapter and Karpanya Dosham, everything is gone now. He has to already surrendered to Bhagavan. Now Bhagavan has every right to tell him with examples and making Arjuna to become 2-3 times he already said Uttishta, Uttishta. Now he is going to give that again and again. Okay, so this is beautiful sloka. Now 23rd one. What does 23rd say? Edihyaham navarteyam, edihyaham navarteyam, jadu karmanyatandritaha, jadu karmanyatandritaha, mama varthanuvartande, mama varthanuvartande, manushyaha partha sarvashaha, manushyaha partha sarvashaha. What is this? Here Ulside will come. Now certainly he is going to make Arjuna to fight. That has to happen, and for which all that what path he has to follow is being prescribed. Edihyaham navarteyam, if certainly I am in varteyam, engaging myself in my job. Edihyaham navarteyam, jadu karmani atandrita, jadu karmani atandrita, always karmani, keep on performing my duties. Atindrita, with full concentration, carefully, fully involved, not for namesake, not to show to somebody else, not to pretending. Showing that you are doing and doing is different. Showing that you are happy and happy is different. Don't show happy, be in happiness. Don't show duty, be in duty. Yadi hyaham navarteyam, engaging myself, me, continuously, certainly, fully involved, carefully, with full passion. That jadu karmani atandritaha, carefully, with passion, with a full devotion I am doing it. Mama vartma, me and my path, vartma, my movement, my path, anuvartande, you can follow now. So direct path is given to Arjuna. Now every side is closed. You cannot go this direction, you cannot take this direction, you cannot take this direction. Krishna says this is my path. That is why he became chariot driver. Whichever path Krishna is taking is what Arjuna is supposed to follow, because he is the driver, he is in the front seat. So there is only one path. What is that? Follow Krishna. Who chosen? Arjuna himself have chosen. Having chosen that, now you have no way. Mama vartma anuvartande, my path you follow. I follow my path, and therefore you follow my path. This is what is meant by when a disciple is falling on the feet of the Guru. Once somebody falls on your feet, then that means you decided to follow me. Now you have no escape. Now Krishna, whichever path he goes, Arjuna has to follow. Manushya partha sarvashaha. All men, manushyaha, the whole people. Partha, Partha, my friend, Sarvashaha, in all respect, as a human being, as everyone does it, you are supposed to follow my path. Edihyaham navarteyam jadukarmani atindritaha mama vartma anuvartande manushyaha partha sarvashaha. Great. Now, the last sloka for today. Ulside yurime loka naguriyam karma chetaham samkarasya cha kartosyam ubahanyamima praja. Ulside yurime loka. Ulsime, with all the utsaham, with all that the perish inside, happiness inside, with all that happiness inside, with that inside, like what is to be done? The world, the whole world, loka na kuryam. I am performing. I am not stop performing. Karma chedaham. All my prescribed duties, fully focused, fully involved, with full passion, full happiness. I am doing it. Cheda aham, chedaham. I am doing it. Samkarasya chakartasya. All that people, sankarasya, those who do not have this culture, this sort of an attitude, chakartasya, they keep doing just for showing, without responsibility, without having an involvement, without that utsaham, ulsaham, both are correct. Whether with ulsaham, with utsaham, with all the outsukyam or with all the aulsukyam, mupa hanya, they destroy themselves if they do without this utsaham, passion and all that. Mima prajaha, such people are there. They are actually a shame for the human race if they don't perform their duty with the full involvement. If they are not part of it, they do not, if assume they do it just for showing, they have all the difficulties and they will become the lowest level in their stratum. What is to be done? Ulside urime loka, with all the happiness they should do is na kuriyam karma chedaham. Without that, if they do it, some karyase chakartasya, they become uncultured population, illiterate fellows, uncultured fellows, lowest of the strategy. That doesn't matter whatever job you do. What job you do is doesn't matter. See, when somebody comes and says, I got a small job. What is that job? I got an attender's job. I keep telling them there is no small job. There is an attender's job. But you perform it with all the outsukyam, devotion and passion. That can become a greatest job. So what job you got is not important. How do you look at it is important. If you look at your job as a small job, whatever you do becomes small. If you look at your job as with the full focus, concentrated with outsukyam, that becomes a great job. So that is what is important. That is what you are supposed to do. Look at your job with all the outsukyam. See, this is not for Arjuna. It is for all of us. Ulsime with ulsaham, ulside urime loka, naguryam marma chetaham, samkarasya chakartasya, ubahanyamima praja. If you don't look at your job with the passion, dedication, concentration and devotion, your job will become not good as far as you are concerned. Then whatever you do will not be a devoted job. Such jobs doesn't have its great job. See why Bhagavan is giving this example. He is Bhagavan himself, and what is the job he is doing? Driver's job. If Bhagavan can do a driver's job, and that job became so important, whatever the driver spoke to his master is what we are learning today. Because the driver had a great knowledge, the master has fallen on his feet. The master told the driver, I will follow you. You are my guru. You lead me. What else is required? So, Bhagavan is a living example, a role model in the karma business. He has already shown in the Sankhya logic he is perfect because he has got Sudarshanam, the great philosophy. Purified philosophy is Bhagavan's philosophy. That's what Darshanam means, philosophy. Sudarshanam means purified, good philosophy. And as a karmic, skill also he has. And he has attitude also. If you have got skill, attitude, and you got an opportunity, your performance will be very good. That's what Bhagavan shows here. Right? So let us chant these slokas from where did we start here? 18? From 18 onwards, let us chant this once again. 17. Yes, tvat maradis revasyat atma truptascha manavaha atmanyeva cha santushta tasya karyam na vidyate naivadasya कृतेनार्थो न कृतेनेह कंचना न चस्य सर्वभूतेषु कश्चिदर्थव्याश्रयः तस्मादसक्त सततं कार्यं कर्म समाचर असक्तो ह्याचरन् कर्म परमाप्नोति पुरुषः कर्मण्यैव हि संसिद्धिम् आस्तिता जनकादया लोकसंग्रहमेवापि संपश्यन् कर्तुमर्हसि यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठः तत्तदेवेतरो जनः स यत्प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यं त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन नानवाप्तव्यं वर्त एव च कर्मणि यदि ह्यहं न वर्तेयं जादुकर्मण्य तन्द्रितः मम वर्तमानेषु वर्तन्ते मनुष्या पार्थ सर्वशः उल्सीदेयुरिमे लोका न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहं संगरस्य च कर्तास्याम् ഉപഹന്യ മിമാ പ്രജ. സോ നമസ്കാരം.